What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Good morning, good afternoon to some of you guys. What's up? We got a ton of people in chat already. Gonna do some correlation slips, some Flex Friday. Yeah, should be a good stream. Can't really promise an early stream like for the night games because I have some dinner plans to attend. But I believe like probably around 10 Eastern time again, go live and yeah, get some second half NBA slips in. I believe we have some later games. Yeah, I should be home for like these, and I think I can't see them. There should be like I think the Raptors are playing, and I don't know why it's not showing me all of them. But yeah, we'll have some second half NBA slips again. Yesterday we obviously hit these two. These were built on stream if you were in here, so that was pretty fun. Ton of value on these. And then also yesterday built out some more correlation slips, hit a 10x on better, and then a 10x over on prize picks as well. So we'll go over some of those. We only have 3 NHL games today, so we'll touch on some of the NFL correlation coming up this week and some college football as well. Kind of look ahead to that. Can we build out a 6-pick for Flex Friday on college football? You're more than welcome to. I can pull it up over here on the correlation tool. I believe we already have one in. I could be mistaken. Let me pull it up in case you do want to get that in though right now. So this is the 6th pick that you could run for Flex Friday. Let me make sure I go ahead and have mine opted in. So if you're new to prize picks, if you're new to sports betting in general, definitely get on prize picks. And if you're not aware, every Friday they have what's called Flex Friday. You get a free $20 to enter on a flex play. I always recommend doing a 6-pick flex because that's going to be the best entry to take advantage of. If it misses, you get up to $20 back on your entry. So you got to make sure you go to the promotions page and opt in. And then it'll show. I'll show it on stream whenever we build out our slip. So what's up? A ton of people in the chat. We got a ton of people in here. If you're new and you have not tried out the Dub Club, there's a pinned link in the chat. Make sure you click it. It's a free 7-day trial. Check it out. Connect to the Discord. See how you like it. Discord's available in the description. It's free to join. You don't have to be a premium member to get access to that. So Jokic buzzer beater sold that other second half bet. Yeah. I'm actually really happy that he hit that because if he wouldn't have, we would have had overtime and probably would have chalked the other two as well. So how many correlation slips do you typically play a day? It really depends. I'm not really a huge fan of NBA correlation. It's typically just hockey and football. It really depends on what we have available on the correlation tool, which, by the way, if you haven't seen this yet, this is the DGF correlation tool. I talk about this every stream. This has been tracked since August 18th. So that's about 4.5 months. About 750 units in profit, which is just unbelievable. Extremely profitable. If you guys want to check this out and get a membership of your own, you can go to dgfantasy.com, use code Trident for 25% off your first month. That's a huge discount. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. So yeah, I can't give an exact number of how many correlation slips I play a day. They're all posted in the Discord and they're tracked. So yeah. Let's see. Can the Flex Friday slip be non-college? Yeah, I plan on doing not college football for the Flex Friday. I saw we already have a couple of good props on the board. And again, to touch on just DG Fantasy, this is the optimizer tool. This is what I use every day to build my slips. Extremely profitable with it. And this is a great option if you're somebody who likes to build your own slips. I know a lot of guys like to come in here, or they're in the Dub Club and they just hail the picks that way. But if you like to build your own slips, this gives you all the keys you need to become profitable on Prize Picks and other apps as well. Underdog, Parlay Play, etc. So first prop that kind of catches my eye here is this Anthony Edwards under 5 assists. We can see obviously the sports books are listed here, and we can see that the market has this closer to a 4.5 line. So we're getting pretty good value here. It's minus 144 according to DGF. For 6 legs, I typically look for minus 138 or better. That's kind of like the threshold for a profitable better. So we'll go ahead and throw this in the slip. It's possible that it bumps while we're on, and that's totally fine. We can always just sub something else in. So I pretty much plan on going back and forth. We'll probably do some correlation slips that we haven't already touched on, and then also build out the Flex Friday. And if we see any good value, like really good value, we can go ahead and get the ladder challenge slip in for day 1. That'll hopefully be happening today. If not, I may have to push it to tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see how things go, and you guys can give me any feedback. So if you guys missed some of the previous streams, you can always go back and watch them. I went over a ton of correlation slips yesterday for NHL primarily. Touched a little bit on NFL. So yeah, I'll try to like tell you guys which ones that I've already played, and then if you guys wanted to go back, you can watch a previous video or a previous stream, and then catch up that way. And feel free to ask any questions in chat. I should be able to answer most of them, and if not, I'll be able to at least try to direct a somewhere you can see that. Here's another good prop. This is going to be a little bit, not today, but on Sunday, Dak Prescott under an interception, under half an interception. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the slip for now, and keep this here. And typically the rule of thumb that I kind of go by, obviously we have our DGF score here that's listed in this column. There's a couple books in here that I don't really trust, which Fliff being one of them. Fliff kind of just like boosts their own, or like adds extra juice just based off of what the other books have. Caesars is one that's not really like super reliable in my opinion. I don't know, I haven't had the best results with it, and neither are these the Bet Online ones. So typically what I do is I'll look, I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with FanDuel. So, but I would say out of these 4 right here, so you got Pinnacle, FanDuel, DraftKings, and then BetMGM. Out of these 4, if we're talking about a prop that has minus 138 odds or better, I typically look for at least 2 of them to have that, to kind of just give me a better look at like an accurate odds point to take. So we'll have these 2 in here. Am I going to post these when I'm done? Of course. Yeah, I typically like to build out slips when I'm on stream, and then they'll get posted to the Discord as well. So you don't have to worry if you miss a stream. I would say that you technically get a little bit better value if you're in here live, because you can see kind of me walking through my process. And it's happened many times before where we see props get bumped while on stream. So what are the odds to hit percentage not line up with the DGF odds? That typically is just for the combo props, which is why I like to filter it by this column instead of here. I'm not exactly 100% sure on how DGF like calculates their percentage based off of, the fantasy score and on the combo props. So I sometimes stay away from those. Haven't had the best of luck with those. As we can see here, Dak Prescott just got removed. These lines definitely just shifted. He was like minus 138, minus 140. So odds definitely shifted here. And because they went up, PrizePicks took off the prop. So the perfect example of just kind of why it's important to have tools like this available, so that way you're able to get in a lot of value. Pinnacle is the best one to look at in my opinion. They're super sharp. Yeah, I like Pinnacle a lot. I'd say my 2 favorite are probably Pinnacle and DraftKings. Pinnacle sometimes has like odds that are way off from the other books, so I kind of just try to stay mindful of that. There's times when I've seen Pinnacle have like a minus 160 prop and the rest of the books have it at like minus 130. So that's one of the things I keep kind of just in the back of my mind when I'm like forming slips, which is kind of why I said that I prefer to have at least 2 of the books on the same page as far as like minus 138 or better. So yeah. So we'll keep refreshing this. We'll go through some of the other books as well. I don't plan on only doing Flex Friday. We'll look at Underdog, we'll look at Parlay Play. We'll take a look at Better and Jock Market as well. We get a lot of value coming on these this props for the Natty. Primarily, I would assume this is because a lot of people are playing the correlation with that. So obviously you get a lot of people taking the overs in a national championship game. Here we go again. We get another pretty good prop in my opinion. FanDuel and DraftKings both have this a little bit, or around -140. So this is going to be Bam Adebayo under 10.5 rebounds. I'm going to throw this in the slip for now. I'm just going to slowly build this out. And I know it's important to get in quick value, but I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to also get the slip in. So we'll see what PrizePicks decides to keep up, and kind of just play it like that. So Ant assists or rebounds, that's assists. So under 5 assists, and then Bam Adebayo under 10.5 rebounds. If you guys are new to the stream, please drop a like, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a ton. I plan on doing these every day. Typically I'll do these twice a day. I'll do like an afternoon stream where we build out some slips, and then I'll do a night stream where we can sweat out what we placed previously, and then also kind of go over some second half bets for NBA. So keep that in mind. Turn on notifications if you want to be notified whenever I do go live. But yeah, this will be a daily thing, kind of just getting into video content this year. That's kind of the focus. So if you haven't already, you can follow the TikTok, make sure you follow the YouTube, and then what's the other one? Instagram as well. So posting video content on all 3 of those platforms this year. So yeah, any engagements greatly appreciated. Here we go again. We see Bam just got bumped down to 10. So PrizePicks is kind of on top of their game right now. Sometimes we can catch them lacking. They're not typically like super active, I guess, midday, which is why I kind of like to get on here and see what sort of value we get. But they're really going to be sharp at night, like just before the games start. Let's see, yeah, I'm not really a fan of this college basketball prop up here. Am I doing a protected play slip? The Flex Friday? Yeah, that's what we're building out right now. Yeah, Flex Friday, they may be a little bit more sharp, and maybe a little bit more in tune with what the books are doing. I guess, yeah, you do typically see that with PrizePicks around their promos and stuff. So we got another good prop here. I personally like this. I'm trying to think here. This is decent. I think this is pretty fair. See, like, just for example, this is for Rudy Gobert under 12.5 rebounds. This is kind of why I don't really like Fliff. You guys see how this is a pretty average, agreement from the market here. Everything's pretty much between 132 and 140. And then you just have Fliff, who just boosts it up. And there's no like legitimate purpose behind this other than I believe Fliff is just adding juice unnecessarily. So the reason why I say to be cautious, because this isn't necessarily a prop that I would recommend playing, even though it says -138. And this number from Fliff is affecting this over here. So it's kind of bringing it up a little bit more than I think where it should be at. So Fliff just finds odds from other books and makes the payout worse. That's exactly what I think they do. And it's pretty clear if you take a look at most of their things. Here's another one down here, 130, 135, 140, a couple more 135s, and then there's Fliff at -150. So be cautious of that. Fliff definitely has value on certain props. They're sometimes slow to adjust, but majority of the time they're going to be, adding unnecessary juice to these props. So make sure if you're somebody who is on the optimizer, please take advantage, or not take advantage, but be cautious of that, just because that's something that can greatly affect the outcome of your profitability if you're not actually playing positive EV props. So, gosh, we have a ton of props on the Washington side of the ball. Like every receiver under receiving yards, Penix under passing yards. I'm going to try to stay away from the I'm gonna try to stay away from the college football because I know a lot of you guys can't play those if you're in different states. So we're gonna look elsewhere right now, and then we're gonna come back to Prize Picks every few minutes or so. I'm gonna see if we get some value elsewhere. And then if not, if there's no value on the board right now, so this is showing that Bam is still available on Underdog, but I'm not trying to play him only at that line. So yeah, I mean, I think Prize Picks doesn't necessarily like watch winning cappers. Like, I don't think they like actually have eyes on us, and like, you know, no one's sitting in here in stream, at least I don't think, bumping these lines. But what I would say is that it's very easily accessible for them to see who's winning and who's not, so they can check my account and see that, like, you know, I'm a profitable bit better, and then place limits on them if they need to. But I think, like someone else mentioned, like the fact that they have Flex Friday out right now, they're probably on top of their game, limiting the value that can actually be secured in those slips. They do the same exact thing whenever they like. It'll be rare when they do them, but like the 30x or whatever, the 33x, when they do like the super high payouts on the six flex entries. Those are always nice though. I kind of wish that we would have seen one around the holidays, but we get some good value over on Jock Market right now if anyone wants to go over there. I know there's still a good amount of people that have Jock Market. I don't know if anyone's in chat that has it though. We can take a look at that. Let's go peep at some correlation though to see what we haven't played. So we got 36 current slips available. I like to always sort these by soonest start date. So we only have 3 hockey games today. You can see that we have some correlation for this Hurricanes Capitals game. We can get those in. If you came into the stream late, I touched on it yesterday. We put some correlation in for NHL, hit a 10x over on Better, and then a 10x on Prize Picks. Unfortunately, we had the DNP. That would have been real nice to have a 25x here, but it's all good. So yeah, let's get this in. There's no app on the web for me to show you guys on Better, so I'm gonna have to put this in by myself on my phone. You guys can obviously see the props that we're gonna be taking, and then as soon as I get this in, I'll be able to pull it up on stream for you guys as well. If you're not already on Better, you can use code Trident. You'll get a deposit match up to, what is it, 500 bucks? I might be confusing that with something else. I think it's up to 500 bucks deposit match, which is like the craziest deposit match out of any app. So take advantage of that if you're not already on Better. I would certainly say that Better has gotten more strict on the value that they put out, but you can always just use the app for correlation and it's just as profitable. So keep that in mind, and yeah, take advantage of it if you aren't already on Better. Just to kind of walk through the process of all of this, because there are definitely some of you guys in chat who are not familiar with correlation. Pretty self-explanatory. We're taking an under saves on a goalie, and obviously we're taking under shots on goal. Those picks complement each other because obviously if a goalkeeper is going under their saves, it makes sense for the other team to not have shots on goal. So that's kind of the premise behind correlation slips. If you do have the correlation tool or you end up getting it, the correlation score over here on the right is out of 100. I typically like to play slips with this number above 85. I've had success doing that, and it's kind of preference. You know, you're able to play everything if you'd like, but at the same time, I know a lot of you guys don't have a huge bankroll to be just playing correlation at the volume that they actually put out. So yeah, just be careful with correlation. Not that it's not a profitable thing, but a lot of volume is involved, and if you don't have a large bankroll, I don't suggest playing correlation. You never want to be the person who can't afford to put out 40 units a week on pending slips. So, yeah. All right, I'm getting this posted right now in the Discord, and then I'll be able to pull it up on stream. And then that number to the left of the correlation score, that is your profit margin. So that pretty much just shows you how much more money you would be receiving if this play hits on Betr, as opposed to you playing it on DraftKings or another sports book. All right, just got this posted. This is a 20x slip. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better than the text over here. I'm going to scroll down to the next one. I'll leave this up for a second. Not everybody has Dabble. I know a few of you guys mentioned that it's pretty good. So, yeah, it would be nice if they had a copy feature on Betr. There's a couple apps that I think are probably working on that to add links for you guys to make it easier for myself to just post a link and then you guys can tail. Moment though. So if you have Dabble, you can get this in. Again, we have a correlation score over 85. I'm going to leave this slip up over here on the left, and I'm going to check to see what kind of value we have on PrizePicks again. How many units do I play a day? That's a good question. About 90% of my slips are half unit plays. The only time that I do not do half unit is if we get some sort of crazy value. I'll put a unit on it, typically on just 2 bands. And then for second half slips, I will typically do a quarter unit. It's not allowing you to get into Betr. Oh. But yeah, units a day, that's tough. I don't know. It really depends on how many people, or not how many people, how many games we have on, because that directly affects how much value we're gonna get. I'd say I probably play around, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 units a day. But that can vary. That could be like a, there could be days where I play only 2 units. There could be days when I play 20. You know, especially the weekends will have a lot of value for correlation. So yeah, like the weekend football stuff will be pretty, you know, a lot of volume there. So it depends though. That's what I would say. I want a free play on PrizePicks from one of the Discord shows. How do you approach 4-man free plays? 4-man free plays are pretty tough. You never want to, I don't know what the 4-pick like flex is, because I would assume it's a 4-pick flex. Yeah, so you're looking for some pretty insane props. If it's a free entry, then you know you can kind of approach it just like how you'd like. I'll tell you this though, if it is a 4-pick flex, you're not going to see value like that hardly ever on PrizePicks. The amount needed to actually have a profitable play. Obviously you can still hit it, but I'm saying if you're playing 4-pick flexes over time, you're not going to be profitable with 99% of the props that PrizePicks gives us. But typically there will be some value. Honestly, like the second half slips last night, we had some crazy value. I believe Jamal Murray, I want to say, was like -170, which would qualify for a 4-pick flex. And then, or at least I think it would. Gosh, it might not be. Yeah, that would qualify for a 4-pick flex. And then Michael Porter Jr. was -200. So yeah, some props like those, I don't know, if you want to just wait and use it in stream, you could definitely do that, because we do tend to see some value in the later streams, like real crazy value, whether it's right before the game start and you know there's lineup changes, or whether it's just, you know, second half slips and we get a good amount of value there. So that's how I would approach that. When I put my last 4 social security number, it doesn't let me in. Are you talking about with Better? I'm not sure what the solution to that would be. I mean, maybe just contact them. I don't know. I haven't had that issue before. And if you guys are in the Discord, you saw I had a free slip that I posted yesterday night, like late last night. We do typically see a good amount of value on hockey stuff late at night. Typically on the point props, those are real nice to get in. These right here, but we don't have much today, so yeah. All right, so we got the Better in, and then let's get this correlation in on Prize Picks for the Hurricanes game. So I won't be using my Flex Friday on this. You can, you're more than welcome to. I'd say that Flex Friday correlation is probably a smart choice. I think we played in the Discord. I think we played some correlation for Flex Friday before. So that's not a bad idea. I know some of you guys would rather just like actually build out a positive EV slip based off of individual props, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Just play it how you want. I'm just going to be putting a half unit on this, so this won't be my actual slip for Flex Friday. So we're taking 4 different guys on undershots on goal for the Hurricanes right here. And then we're taking Tom Wilson under hits. And then under saves for Darcy Kuemper. So I'm not clicking this. This will not be my Flex Friday slip. I'm just showing it to you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in. And you guys can see this here as well. I'll post the link in the chat for you guys to just directly tail it. Definitely a lot of whole numbers here, so there's some push potential to keep in mind. I know there's some people who hate that. Let's go ahead and get this posted. DGF correlation. All these slips are also posted in the Discord, as I said already. But technically, you guys are getting them in just ahead of the Discord if you're on stream. All right, let's get that loaded in there. Cool. I'll leave this up over here. We're gonna scroll down, see what else we have not gotten in yet. Steelers and Ravens, I believe we've already touched on. Did we get a Steelers slip? Like trying to scroll up through everything to make sure that we've already gotten one in. I'm sure 90% of you guys in the chat have a better memory than me. Doesn't look like we have one for Prize Picks yet. And I know this is, so like just for example, so you guys can see, correlation scores under 85. So like people with a tighter bankroll, I suggest not playing this. These slips, because people do like playing on Prize Picks more than any other app, I still post these. But if it doesn't have an 85 or up correlation score, I typically will not track them. Even if they hit, they won't get tracked because more people will not be playing those. So let me do one last check to make sure that we don't already have it in. Steelers, Ravens. Yeah, we had a lot of NHL yesterday. Okay, so we got Saints and okay, so we got a Ravens and Steelers slip over on Dabble, but nothing on Prize Picks. So we'll get this in now. Same concept here. We're taking over on passing yards. If we're taking the over on passing yards, it is a correlated prop to take over on receiving yards or just receivers overs. So the AI, that DGF has picks these out as the best options for us to choose from. So we'll take Robinson and Freiermuth over on receiving yards, and then receptions, we're taking the overs on Pickens and Johnson. I have a half unit on that as well. And no, that's not my Flex Friday. Once again, just to state that for you guys. I know I said yesterday I would try to get a document together for me to put in chat, so that way you guys can just see all the links there at once. I will be working on that today. I didn't get a chance to get to it, so I'll just be posting them in chat as I go along. If anyone has a question or wants to see one of them that they didn't get in, I can always just go back to it. All right. And I mean, like, I know it's the Steelers and Ravens, but for both quarterbacks to be under 200 passing yards, like, this looks nice if the freaking Steelers offense can get it going here. We already got in the dabble slip for the Steelers Ravens game. We already touched on, I believe, all of the Texans Colts slips as well. Let me double check on that, because we might not have had one for Prize Picks yet. Texans Colts on Dabble, we already got. Texans Colts on Better. And then yeah, we did get Prize Picks. Neither are protected, right? No, those are just half unit plays. I have not put in Flex Friday yet. I've kind of just been flicking back and forth from the optimizer and the correlation tool just to see. Still got a ton of value over here for the Washington game, which not a lot of you guys are able to actually get in because of state restrictions. So they nerfed that to 23x. Yeah, so just to keep that in mind, 23x is fine. I wouldn't be like concerned about a payout unless they, like, for whatever reason, bump it down to like 18x, like stuff like that. Definitely have to make sure you're keeping an eye out on. I built out one of these slips the other day and showed you guys side-by-side comparison from Prize Picks to DraftKings, just to kind of give a comparison of the payouts that we're seeing. So 23x is still fine. Don't freak out if it's not a 25x. I think we had one yesterday that was a 24x, and that's fine as well. So yeah. And then Saints game only has 2 slips. We already got the better one in. Vikings and Lions, I think we put in. Wait, no, there is Falcons. We get a Falcons Saints slip in for Prize Picks. Falcons Saints. Yeah, we did. We got Prize Picks in for that. I guess it'd be probably easier. You can do this still and just start date soonest. And track it that way, but you can also come over here to the Sportsbooks tab and you can filter it from what you want to get in. So I'm going to filter it for Prize Picks only right now, just to make sure that we have all of these in. It looks like we do. If not, I'll make sure to pull it up here in a second. Yeah, payout shift was 23x, that's fine. Yeah, hopefully the Ravens are sitting a good amount of people, even on the defensive side, and if that's the case, then we definitely have a good shot there. All right, so we got 7 slips here. I'm gonna go ahead and count off what we have to see what we're missing. So we already have the did they just take off the, I think they took off the Steelers one. I don't know if something bumped or what. Something got removed, but anyways, what are the Saints picks? I'll touch on it in just a second so you guys can see. We've got the Hurricanes game in already. Here's the Saints picks if you want to just get that in. I'll drop the link in chat for you. I don't think I copied that. All right, that's the Saints one. Don't put that in again if you already have it, but we already have the Saints. Washington and Michigan we have in already. Texans and Colts we have in. And then the rest of these we don't have yet. So I believe it's just three. These three right here. Two of them technically qualify. One of them doesn't. So we'll start off with the Cowboys and Commanders, and then we'll go from there. Are you going to do a Dabble slip today? Yeah, I'll touch on Dabble in just a bit. That's probably the one app that a lot of people in here don't have compared to like Prize Picks and Underdog. So player incentive only props. The thing is, like, yes, that's fun, and I'm sure that like we can put something together to just kind of like have something to sweat for fun. But most sports books are going to account for that in their lines. So it's not a secret. Like, incentives are not a secret to the books. They're not going to just set a line because they, you know, I promise you that they take that into consideration. So it's not like we're getting any sneaky value by knowing like what these players' incentives are. So please keep that in mind when you're making slips this weekend. You're not outsmarting the books. So, all right, we're taking passing yards over for Prescott and Howell for this game. That cut off a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to go to receiving yards. We're going to take the overs for Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb. Where are they at? Am I passing them? Where are they at? Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb. Okay. Taking the over on receiving yards for those two. And then we're taking the over receptions on Jake Ferguson and Terry McLaurin. So again, we're getting hit with the payout shift. Oh, just kidding. It went away. So that's a 25x. This one qualifies if you're someone who's also playing only 85 and up. I did not mean to do that. How do I get this off my screen? There we go. Sorry about that. All right, let me crop this so I can post. I'm gonna share it in the chat for you guys to tail. Putting a half unit on it once again. This is not Flex Friday. This is just me putting out some correlation slips for this weekend's NFL games. Another thing to keep in mind, sometimes I'll post correlation like an hour before the game. Sometimes I'll start doing it like this, where we're going ahead and getting these in, days in advance. If for whatever reason any news comes out where any of these players aren't playing, you can play these down to a 5-pick flex for 10x your money. If it goes to more than that and you have 2 DNPs or worse, definitely cancel the slip. You don't want to be playing any 4-pick flexes, and definitely not any 3-pick flexes either. So, link posted in chat. Don't work? What, the link doesn't work? Let me copy it. Let me see. It works for me. Make sure you have the full URL in there. This year has started off green thanks to Trident. Bro, it's the real deal. I appreciate that, Kobe. That means a lot. And I'm glad that you guys are tuning in to stream and, getting in these slips and getting in the value. So there's definitely a lot of slips that I post solely for Dub Club members, which make sure you take advantage of that if you're not already in the Dub Club. But I think the correlation's a great way to kind of help, bring the community together. This is obviously a great way to take advantage of the payouts that they're giving us. So I think this is nice to be able to build these out on stream for you guys as well, who are not in the Dub Club. So yeah, make sure you guys get this in. I'm going to go down to the next slip for Prize Picks. If you're someone who wants to only play 85 and up, this is not going to qualify for that. It'll still be posted, will not be tracked though. So we're going to come over, same principle for this one as well. Passing yards over on Love and Fields. And then we'll head down to receiving yards and get in DJ Moore and Jaden Reed with their overs. I just can't find them today. Moore and Reed. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to actually jump to the defensive side of the ball. So this is primarily where that correlation score is coming from, why it's not higher, because we're not just sticking with quarterbacks and receivers here. We're also relying on defense, which is still correlated because, you know, we're looking at more passing game, meaning more tackles for the cornerback. And then obviously a linebacker who typically gets tackles on the run, take his under. So that'll be for the Bears-Packers game. Go ahead and screenshot this. I'll post that link in the chat as well. Yeah, sometimes you do have to close out the app to use these links. It's just a weird glitch. I don't know how to fix that. I think that's just a Prize Picks issue. So that'll be another 25x for Sunday. Do I have the same approach on my live slips as you do for the slips you post in Dub Club? It's similar, definitely. Especially like when I'm getting picks from the optimizer, it's the same approach. The second half NBA is completely different because I don't use the optimizer for that. That's completely on me to compare lines with the books and see where our value is, which is definitely a good method. It just takes a little bit longer and you have to be quick with it. So I would say tuning into stream is, I don't want to say a necessity, but it's definitely nice to be in here for those second half NBA slips because I kind of walk through the process before I ever get to actually post it. And I'm able to show you guys which props I'm taking before it gets out to the Discord. We've seen multiple times now in stream, and we've only been doing this for like 5 days. We've seen multiple times in stream for the second half slips that get bumped, like just right before our eyes. They're already in our entry, like loading up over here, and then they get pulled. So yeah, it's similar approach for certain things. Others it's different. All right, we're gonna get the bill slip in now. Again, same approach for this. We're gonna take the over on passing yards for both quarterbacks. Head over to receiving yards. We've got Diggs and Khalil. Diggs. And then we're going to take the over receptions on Gabe Davis. And then under rushing yards on James Cook. So same principle here. We're expecting a high passing game, taking under rushing yards and overs on receivers. We have no payout shift on this one, which is nice. This is a 25x as well. 85. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I think I'm accidentally pressing an extra button. Correlation score of 85.97. So this will qualify for a tracked slip. We have a huge profit margin compared to the books. It's always nice when you can see something that's over 200%. That's extremely nice for the payout. Which actually, if we're already on this page, let me check Prize Picks real quick, see if we've got any value. CJ McCollum under 5 assists. It's a decent prop. It's weird. Pinnacle really doesn't have much lines out right now, or at least they're not pulling up. I wanted to show you guys this just to get a better idea of what exactly it is that we're looking at in correlation. So let's go over to DraftKings, see if we can build this exact slip out. Sometimes we have different lines, so I guess there's technically a little bit of wiggle room there, but other times we're able to get it in exactly as it's shown. The link for it is in chat. Yeah, that should be the bill slip, isn't it? This is why I need to have a document for sure. I'm gonna work on it though today. So yeah, let's just, if that's okay, that's not the bill slip. Sorry. I apologize. Hold on. Share entry. All right, now that's in chat. Cool. So yeah, this is going to be kind of the, okay. So here's our bill slip, right? This is what we just put in. This payout is 25x. So to compare to the sports books, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to DraftKings here. We have to go to same game parlay for this to be allowed. Go to passing props. We're actually, yeah, so these are pretty similar. So 244.5 for Allen on DraftKings. He's 245 here. And then for Tua, he's 265 and 263 over here. So pretty much almost the same. But we'll throw those two picks in. And then we have both of these receivers over receiving yards, which is also very similar here compared to the ones on Prize Picks. We'll go to receptions for, who was it? Gabe Davis, over 2.5. Same exact line as we have it on Prize Picks. And then we're going to go over to rushing yards for James Cook and take the under there. So as you guys can see, 1900, so a 19-to-1 odds. If we were to put $50 on this, we would only get back 1,000. Whereas on Prize Picks, if we put 50 on it, we're getting back 1250. So it's an extra $250 to show you guys kind of why we play correlation on these DFS apps, because of the payout. Keep that in mind. I know a lot of you guys kind of just don't really fully grasp the idea of correlation and why we play it, because there's so much of it. And it's not like every one of these slips is going to hit. So the over 200% is more reliable. Not reliable, but it's more money that you're getting in comparison to the books. So the percentage is a profit margin. So here's a little tip. Profit margin shows you the expected value or return on investment of placing a bet on the slip if you win. So the higher the better, but the correlation score is the primary thing to really focus on, because the higher this is, the more correlated the slip will be. So the higher this is, the more you see the slips that either go 6 for 6 or they go 0 for 6, where everything goes completely the opposite. And that's okay as well, but that just shows you that the results are correlated. The lower this is, you might see more slips that are like 3 for 6 or 4 for 6, that kind of thing. So I'll refresh this one more time. I believe we have all the Prize Picks slips in. And then we can go over to Underdog and see what they have for us as well. It looks like we have both Ant and CJ up at 5 assists. Yeah, those are good under plays. They bumped him down. They bumped Anthony Edwards down to 4.5 assists. It'll be tricky getting a solid 6-leg in today. It may be a later in the day kind of thing to get in our Flex Friday. I'm not going to force it just because it's a free entry. Jake, what is up? Yeah, what do you guys think of the thumbnail? If you didn't see it already, I don't know if you can like just exit the stream. I don't want you guys to like hop out of the stream, but let me see if I can pull it up for you guys to see. Hold on. Let's see. Trying to pull it up here. Is it my email? Yeah, what do you guys think of this? Pretty dope thumbnail. My boy Jake made this. I think this is fire. We're gonna have a couple other on stream or a couple different graphics to have up as the thumbnail. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this? I think this is pretty sweet thumbnail. What is the 85% you talk about? So this is an 85%. It's 85 out of 100 for the correlation score. This is not really like a mandatory thing to do, but it's like kind of a recommendation, especially if you're someone who doesn't have a huge bankroll. 85 and up is what I've had a success with over here for the correlation score. So definitely the best Discord I've been in. I've hit every time, just not 25x. I got faith though. I appreciate that. It's very humbling to be called the best Discord. We have hit 3 25x's so far. So if we keep up that pace for the rest of the year, we are going to be doing just fine. We might actually beat out the number that we had this past year. This is the total profit from 2023. If you tailed everything that was posted in the Dub Club and the Discord slips, which is huge. Even if you're just a $5 bettor, this is like nuts. What is it? I want to see what that is. Let's see, 5 times 474. So that's almost $2,400 extra off of just sports betting if you're a $5 bettor. If you're higher than that, then this number is ridiculous. I'm a $100 bettor, so this is like a little over 47,000 off of sports betting alone. But again, even if this number were 1, you know, being a profitable sports bettor in general is a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of, because 98% of people don't profit in sports betting. Okay, they put that Steelers slip back up. That's what it was. Yeah, this is odd. We're not really getting much value from Pinnacle. So I'm kind of having to base off of like 3 different apps or 3 different sports books, and that's it. I do like this prop down here. We'll go ahead and throw this in as well. So for the time being, I don't know if we'll have another like surge of good props come in. But this, where's he at? Devin Booker, under 12.5 RA. That's a solid prop. That's something that I would play. Another one to play, as you can see here, out of our four sports books in this area, we have a -138 and -140. To me, this qualifies. I know it says -136, and it's kind of influenced by the -130, and then obviously like we got -122 out here from Underdog, which like again, that's not. It's a sports book in a way, but like this is just basing it off of the implied odds that they have it at. So wait, did I go? I think I went to the wrong one. He's up here. So yeah, it's just these -130s. Where did my prop go? This was not who I was looking at. I think I scrolled too far or something. Who was I looking at? It was Gabe Davis over 2.5 receptions. Here we go. -138, -140. Oh yeah, it was -122. My bad. It just like totally tripped me up. So I'm gonna throw that in as well, because that's typically what I look for in a prop that would fit in a 6 leg. So we've got three right now. Diggs over, just like in general, or like for what exactly? We have a good prop here as well, in Jalen Duren under 14.5 RA. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in. We might be able to actually fill out a slip right now. It's possible. Jalen Duren under 14.5 RA. As you guys can see on both MGM and DraftKings, they have them at 13.5. So those people who are one off, whether it's rebounds, assists, or RA, definitely take advantage of those. If it's something like points, kind of you have to be a little more careful. just because one off doesn't mean the most in points, as it does at least with rebounds and assists. What did I do for Flex Friday? I haven't posted that yet. We have 4 picks right now in our Flex Friday. We're building it out as we speak. So is the Discord free? Yeah, free Discord is in the description. Make sure you guys click that if you're not already in there. What chat do I post my slips in on Discord? So if you're the Dub Club, you can connect it to the Discord. I go into detail in the FAQ channel. Make sure you guys connect to that, and then it'll be called Trident Slips. That's where most of my slips are posted. I post in the free slips channel as well. But if you want to unlock everyone else, the other verified cappers that I have, if you want to get their slips as well, you got to make sure you connect the Dub Club to the Discord so that way you get the role that will unlock those. It's like pains me to not be able to play these college football plays, but like McMillan and Penix under, like that's a good last 2 to finish off this slip if you were wanting to. We will see. We will see though. We might have some more come in. Kind of just waiting on Pinnacle, honestly. I don't think if I were to pull up like Pinnacle, I don't think they have like a ton of stuff up, but we could compare lines. Duran just got bumped down, unfortunately, to 14, so that's a bummer. We still have 3 props up here on the board. Let's see what else we can get in. Not much else right now on Prize Picks. Gabe Davis is still a solid prop. But yeah, outside of that, there's not much. We got -150 on Edwards over 4.5 now. Let's see if Pinnacle has it up and it's just like not pulling it for some reason. Because if he's at like -138 or better, then we could take the over his assists. We'll see. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I don't know if they have the lines up yet, which is potentially why it's not pulling up. I don't know if I can. Oh, I can search here. Wolves. Who are they playing today? Where are the Timberwolves at? Rockets, Timberwolves, Rockets, player props. Anthony Edwards is -129 on Pinnacle. So yeah, that's not a prop to take. It's weird that they're not able to pull that. Sometimes they can't like connect with the sportsbook, which is probably why it's not showing right here. That's the best explanation I have, at least. I want to look at Rudy Gobert because we have -140. Let's see what he is at for under rebounds. Gobert under rebounds. Okay, let's take this. So this is one of the things that we can actually look at for the correlation, or sorry, the optimizer. This is where Pinnacle should be. And for whatever reason, at the moment, they're not able to connect with Pinnacle, so it doesn't show anything here. This is BetMGM. They have Rudy Gobert at -140. And then obviously we see here, DraftKings is at -135 and FanDuel at -130. I just checked on Pinnacle, and Pinnacle has him at -140 as well. So we're going to throw Rudy Gobert under 12.5 rebounds in there for the time being. We now have our 4 props. We need 2 more to complete this. And if we do, I'll make sure to post the link in the chat for you guys to get in. Is NBA correlation not a thing anymore? It's not that it's not a thing. It's just very volatile, I'll say. Like, if you think about it this way, like, hockey and football are very, like, possession-based. And so is soccer. Like, soccer correlation goes well as well. That sounds weird to say, but yeah. when you look at like basketball, it's not so much of a possession driven game. So correlation isn't like really there to the level of like the other sports. When am I posting these? When I get the slips in, they're posted in the Discord right now. Every time that I submit a slip, it's posted like immediately after. I'm kind of just refreshing now that we have 4 props. I'm hoping that we can like also get in something else. Let's see here. Should we check on DraftKings to see if maybe we can get in Jack Hughes under a goal? Well, they don't really have over-unders. That's the problem. And he's also minus 110 to score, so not the best way to check that out. We already have Devin Booker in. This could be a good prop on Pinnacle. Devin Booker. Let's look. Suns. Sorry, I know I'm off like camera looking at odds. I have Pinnacle up and I'm just kind of checking out to see what exactly we're looking at here. So this is a minus 140 prop on Pinnacle as well. But the better value is going to be an RA. I have a good feeling that when we try to submit this, it's going to say that this bumped down to 12. And if so, we'll just throw in Booker under 2.5 3-pointers. I'm going to check Hartenstein over blocks though on Pinnacle, because that may be a solid prop to take advantage of if the odds are right on it. So let me take a look at that. We'll see what we're looking at here. They don't have a prop up for him for blocks, which is why it doesn't show that at the moment. The link doesn't work from Dub Club. On which one? Did I post a slip? Link didn't work from Dub Club. Which link are we referring to? Tell me that, and then we can sort things out from there. Man, I'm really itching to get this slip in because I have a feeling that these are going to bump soon if they haven't been bumped already. And that's just how it goes, you know, like securing value is not something that you have all the time in the world to get in. It's important to be quick with it. You got some solid value over on Parlay Play, at least for a couple of these props. I don't know if we'd be able to build out a full 6-man, but we could try. You guys want to do that instead? I just don't know if it's worth sitting here with Prize Picks if they're not really posting anything, you know? We'll keep an eye on it though. Let's go over to Parlay Play for just a second, just to see what sort of value we're working with over here. So let's go to build and refresh this to make sure we have the latest up. So Terry Rozier under 28.5 PR. Duran is still at 14.5 over here, which is nice. Or RA. Jahmyr Gibbs, that's a solid prop. Gibbs over 51.5 rushing yards. We already have Duran in. I need to check on Pinnacle to see what we have Bradley Beal for on under assists, because that could be a pretty good prop as well. Bradley Beal minus 150 under assists, so that's a good prop over here. And then we need 2 more. I don't know if we have enough to build out a full slip. Maybe if Kuzma has a good odds here. If Kuzma, oh, we could throw in Gobert. We can throw in Gobert for the slip. Under 12.5 rebounds. And then let me check. Who's it? Kuzma. Let me check this out, and then if that's the case, we can actually get this in. So this will be a 25x as well. Wizards, player props, Kuzma. What is it, 2.5 3-pointers? This is only -128, so we'll have to pass on that one. This Miles Bridges one isn't bad. Let me see what we have for the Bridges prop on Pinnacle, and then if that's actually good odds, we can throw that in instead. So they're playing the Bulls, player props, Miles Bridges. What is this for? Points and rebounds. Miles Bridges. They don't have a prop for it. So what are we working with right now? Got Terry under 28.5. Darren under 14.5. Jahmyr Gibbs over. Bradley Beal under 4.5. Gobert under. And we need one more. We need one more prop. We'll see here what we can get in. Not taking this college basketball prop. I don't like that at all. Did we say Devin Booker under? I don't think we took that yet. Booker under 3s. Let's see if they hit us with this stupid payout shift. No, that works. Hopefully nothing bumps. Nice. All right. Get this slip in if you can. I don't have a link for you guys to tail, so you will have to just manually put this in. But this is what we just got in right now. That's pretty solid value. We had a couple of those in on the Flex Friday slip that we didn't get to complete. That's okay though. I typically don't recommend doubling down on like multiple apps. I'd say it's okay to play a prop twice, nothing more than that. So yeah, we can definitely pop those into our Flex Friday slip as well, if they're available. If not, we'll get something else in. No worries there. Get this posted for the Dub Club. The VIP link for the Discord to connect to the communities. You don't need it. There's no link to connect directly. The link for the Discord itself is in the description. So make sure you're make sure you're in the Discord, and then from there you can just go over to the FAQ channel right here. And this top post will say, I just joined the Dub Club. How do I access the VIP channels? And it'll tell you step by step how to do so. And yeah, if you need any more help, you can open up a ticket in the Discord. And we'll have either myself or Dylan will help you get fully connected. Tiny bit of correlation. Yeah, I didn't even actually think about that. Sometimes Parlay Play hits us with like some stupid payout shift just for having players in the same team. So I'm glad that this actually pays out a full 25x. So yeah, make sure you guys get this in. And then let's go check Prize Picks. If I need to go back to that Parlay Play slip, I will. Just let me know if you didn't get it in. It's posted in the Discord as well. Prize Picks board is so dry right now. Like I don't even know what we have over here to take. First quarter points. Do we have Jordan Poole in this? What's Jordan Poole's line? Did we already check that or no? I can't remember if we checked that or not. If Jordan Poole has an assist line, that's -136. This is just outside of where we need it to be. Ooh, let's check James Harden and Strus. We can check Harden and Strus. This is same game, so let's check Strus first. Strus 3-pointers is... No, that's assists. minus 135 for his assists, so that won't qualify. Let's check Harden though. We might see some value here to throw in. Pelicans, James Harden. That's only minus 121, so can't take that either. Anything on Texans and Colts? Yes, we already posted, I think, 3 correlation slips for Texans Colts. I didn't go over those today. Those would be in yesterday's video. So if you want to skim through those, you can. And then also they're posted in the Discord. Gosh, I wish they had odds for Steen. Kuzma, we already checked. Harden, we checked. Strus, we checked. And then Booker, obviously, we checked as well. Gabe Davis, we already have in. What about Derek White? Oh, there's a couple here we could check. Derek White over rebounds. Let's see that. That could be a solid value prop. Celtics. Derek White. Does Derek White not have a rebounds prop up? He doesn't. That's odd. Okay. So that's unfortunate. We don't have anything there to look after. Look off of. Kings Raptors, it's late tonight. Sabonis does not have a steals prop up on Pinnacle. Get some more of these. Let's look at Anthony Davis. What is this for? RA? I don't think Pinnacle ever does these like combo props, right? Unless they do them like late. It's always just the individual solo props. Let's look at Bam under rebounds. I feel like that might have some good value on it. Or under assists, I mean. Sorry. Suns, Bam, assists. And it sure does. All right, so right here, we get minus 138 on FanDuel. And then I just checked Pinnacle, minus 151 for Bam Adebayo under 4.5 assists. So we're gonna throw that in for now. And then we need one last prop to complete our 6 leg. I would almost guarantee that one of these has been bumped at least. So we will check. Kind of just continuously updating this to see what else we have that's new. Kind of just the same stuff right now. Gabe Davis. Already checked Derek White. Did we check Anthony Edwards under rebounds? I don't think we've done that yet. Let me check this, and then we'll see if we can get this in. Anthony Edwards under rebounds is minus 133. So we can't take that. I never like taking first quarter points. Let's see here. Yeah, we're getting pretty far down for there to be any sort of good value. We're waiting for one last prop. This is the Flex Friday play right here. We're building it. We have 5 props so far. You can take a Washington player that you see over here if you would like. It definitely qualifies, but we're trying to get something in that everyone can tail. because I know a lot of you guys can't get college in because of where you live, because of the state laws or whatever. Halliburton under blocks. I don't think, is there a blocks prop on Pinnacle? I don't even know if that's up. We could check. Let's see. Tyrese Halliburton. No, there's no prop. And the search continues for one final prop to throw in to our parlay. I mean, if you want, you can always just lock it in as a 10x. I'm like really curious what props are bumped already though. You just took college? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You can do that. Ain't nothing wrong with taking college. Just kind of wanted to build a slip for everybody to be able to tail. There's nothing wrong with it though. Do we have any more correlation to go over? 35 slips. Nothing has been bumped yet? Wow, that's surprising. They must be having a meeting over at PrizePicks. These are good value props, in my opinion. I know the whole market doesn't agree with it, and like some will say that's frowned upon, but this is just kind of how I do things. Okay, we just got a ton of value. This Bulls game. So let's throw Kobe White in here. I know it's only one thing, but I assume we're going to see the rest of the market adjust in just a second. So this is kind of... Or we could take Greg Joseph. I don't really like kicker props that much. I'm going to wait until one other book pulls up for these Bulls props, and then we'll get that in. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Bulls. Just have that ready. Okay. Just waiting until one other book out of these 4 posts. Someone's on the way back from lunch in traffic. Yeah, definitely. Has to be why, if nothing's bumped. So yeah, I'll just keep refreshing this. Hopefully we'll get one of these in. You know, because this is one of the reasons why I was saying how like I have a love-hate relationship with FanDuel. FanDuel typically adjusts their lines faster than anybody else. And that's something that if you use the optimizer a lot, you'll actually tend to realize that like FanDuel, whenever there's news that breaks, FanDuel changes their odds the quickest. But sometimes they're way off, like where they should be. So definitely keep that in mind. Kobe's not up. Did they adjust? Oh, I didn't even realize that. They pulled off Caruso too. So PrizePicks is there. They're working. They're definitely aware of it. That's fine. We didn't have to get those in. We're still waiting. There's going to be other, adjustments in the lines. It's a patience game. Sports betting is one of the hobbies, I guess if you want to call it, that you have to be patient in. Fishing is one of them. Sports betting is just like fishing. You gotta be patient. Gotta stay disciplined in sports betting, and you gotta be patient because you're not gonna hit a 25x every day, and you're also not gonna get all the value that you want in the world as soon as you want it. If you guys want, we can totally run the Vikings kicker. Oh, Caruso got listed as probable. Yeah, that makes sense then. That makes a lot of sense. This line also just changed. If you guys want to do this instead, tackles and assists. Those are like the 2 props that I typically stay away from. Or we could take Nick Mullins under... We can take him under passing yards. That qualifies. I like that. Drop in the chat out of those 3. Which one do you guys want to take? You guys get 3 options here. You can take Greg Joseph. You can take Nick Mullins or Kenny Moore. Out of those 3, which one do you want? That'll be our last leg, and then we can complete this. Which one do you guys want? Greg Joseph, Kenny Moore, or Nick Mullins. I'm not rushing. Those are good value. I typically don't play kicker props because I think they're pretty volatile. But I mean, you get pretty nice look here across the market. So you don't mind under on Mullins. All right, let's see. We can definitely do that. I mean, yeah, that's good value. It's about 10 yards off. That's solid value. We had one person in chat who said what they wanted. Anybody else have an opinion on this, or am I just are Robin and I going to throw this in? Greg Joseph should be the best. I mean, yeah, technically based off of odds wise, he is. I just don't know what y'all's preference is on kicking points, because for me it's a little bit iffy. You know what? How about this? I have a really good feeling about this. We'll put in Greg Joseph, and we're probably going to have a bumps prop. And if that's the case, we'll throw in Mullins. Because, where is... Did they take him off already? Greg Joseph. They already took him off. They already took him off. Okay. I guess we'll go with Mullins. So, where's Mullins? There he is. Let's see. Moment of truth. So here we go. We're going to click Flex Friday. Change this to 20. And let's see what we have. Nick Mullins already bumped. Okay. That's fine. We still have the other 5, which is actually really nice. I'm surprised all 5 of those are still here. So McMillan's probably the best option if you're somebody who can play college. If not, let's go down and try to grab another one. We have Booker in here already. I believe Booker might be better for taking the under 3s than his RA, just based off of the odds shift. So let's change that out for his 3-pointers made. And we'll take the under there. We checked Poole, Kuzma. We've got Gobert in here. Halliburton doesn't have a prop one. Pinnacle. James Harden, we already checked. Booker, we already checked. We got Gabe Davis in there. How about this one? Gafford over 6.5 rebounds. I don't think we've checked that yet. Let's take a look at that real quick, and then we can see if that works or not. Where are we at? Wizards. There we go. Daniel Gafford rebounds minus 129. Okay, so that doesn't fit. We already checked Derek White rebounds. We checked Strus assists. We checked Anthony Edwards under rebounds. What else do we have down here? Gotta get deep in the bag to get some solid props, guys. Paul George RA. Did we already look at Anthony Edwards assists? I can't remember if we already looked at it or not. Where we got Timberwolves. I genuinely cannot remember because I know it got bumped down from 5. Yeah, that's minus 129. Check Ingram 22.5. Over? Ingram what? 22.5 points? Uh-oh, something got removed. Booker got removed. I wonder if... So Booker's 3-pointers got removed, so we can go back to his 12.5 RA under. Let's look at Ingram. Ingram's pretty average. Lacombe over 1.5 blocked shots. I think that was the one that was only on like 1 book. What was it, minus 135? Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of it, just because it's only on one book out of these 4 right here that I like referencing. We can get Jonathan Taylor in, if you guys are fine waiting until Sunday, which we already are with Gabe Davis. Rush attempts, Jonathan Taylor over 17.5. Pretty good value here. Obviously, 1 off from the books. Rushing attempts is kind of like, you know, the rebounds, assists. Like if it's 1 off, that's pretty good value. So I would take that. We're gonna throw $20 on that. Make that our Flex Friday slip. Do we have any bumps? We don't. So that's Flex Friday, guys. That was a nice little slip to build out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this posted for you guys in the chat. There is that, and then let me get it posted for Dub Club members as well. But yeah, hopefully we can turn $20 into 500. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, so make sure you guys get that in. The link is in the chat. Taylor got bumped. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, let's get something else then. Sorry if that happened to you. Was anyone able to get that in? Let's see, what can we put in? Oh gosh. Kobe White's back. I assume they probably bumped him though. Stream replacement real quick. Okay. And like I said, guys, you're more than welcome to play that as a 5-man. I know you want to take advantage of the promo for 6 leg, so I'll do my best to try to get a replacement prop, but I can't promise it to be quickly. And I don't want something else to also bump and you guys miss out on the other value. So, all right, let's check Josh Giddey on Pinnacle. All right, OKC. Josh Giddey. They don't have a lineup for him. Dang, okay. Man, that was quick. It bumped us real quick. I'm waiting for something to change so that way we can get in a different line. And like I said, if you're someone who can play college, you might as well just get one of the Washington players in. That's great value right now. That's probably the best value you're going to get outside of what we've already locked in. Gosh, that was like the quickest bump ever. I think like as soon as I placed it, it bumped. At least that's what you guys said in chat. What college play? Your best college play at the moment is going to be Jalen McMillan under 69.5 receiving yards. That's going to be the best play. Yeah. So if you can play college, I would do that as the replacement prop. If not, I'm trying my hardest to find a replacement for you guys. Who do you recommend for college? Jalen McMillan under 69.5 receiving yards. If you can play college, please put that in. Yep, Taylor bumped. Play Jalen McMillan if you can. I know that some of you guys can't play college, so I'm trying my hardest to find a replacement. Again, you can play it as 5. That's totally fine as well. Although I know most of you guys would rather play for 25x. So I'm looking, I'm trying. I will let you know as soon as I see a prop that I think is a good fit. to be substituted in there. Let's see. Jalen under? Yeah, Jalen McMillan. I think that's his name, right? Jalen? Yeah. It's pretty good odds. It would have gone in my normal Flex Friday slip, but I did want to make something that was inclusive for everyone to tail, because of the fact that you guys can't all play college. So I'm looking. I'll find one soon. So bear with me, please. If you're new to the stream, I'll just go ahead and say this. If you're new to the stream, please drop a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Turn on notifications so that way you get notified every time that I go live. I'll be streaming every day, sometimes twice, sometimes just once. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I know some of you guys are from the Discord, because I said to hop in here if you didn't get Taylor in. But yeah, I'm trying to find a replacement prop. It looks like they may have just bumped McMillan receiving yards. So if they did, you could take, I don't know here. We got not a ton of value, honestly. Gosh, this is tough. Check Halliburton rebounds. Okay, I'll check them. Let's see. Halliburton rebounds is at 4. Not really good. That's a pretty solid line where it's at already. I would not get Halliburton over rebounds. Definitely don't take. Not at 4. That's a pretty accurate line where it's at already. Okay. All right, let me get back and I'm just gonna sit here, reload this, and see what we get here. I apologize. It is not under my control when props get bumped. The only thing I can control is how I'm able to secure value, which is why I'm on stream with you guys. You guys can kind of see what my process is. And okay, it looks like McMillan's back up at 69.5. So if you are able to get that in, I would. If not, maybe take Rome under receiving yards or Polk. I think all 3 receivers are like really solid unders right now in terms of what the books have their lines at. Let's see here. We've already looked at most of these and they're not great, unfortunately. Ray check Derek White. Did we already check Bam? I think we already checked. Oh yeah, he's already in our slip. Sorry. Paul George. Keegan Murray. We get to, I mean, you guys can take fantasy scores. I'm not a huge fan of taking them. Karl Anthony Towns under 36 fantasy score is a decent prop if you would rather substitute that in. Do I get platinum protected plays? Is that like the special VIP thing? Because if it is, I don't get platinum. I ain't that lucky. I'm not that much of a favorite. I know I'm repping the Prize Picks like shirt. I'm not like platinum though. I'm just a partner. Yeah, outside of college, I mean, CJ McCollum is probably the best prop still for 5 assists, his under. I'm really hoping they don't bump that for you guys though, because they probably will here about any minute. I'm gonna check Jordan Poole's assist again just to see if anything's changed, because lines typically do change throughout the day. That's just how sportsbooks work. Jordan Poole assists minus 136. And then what's Kuzma at? Minus 128. Yeah. I wish we had a blocks prop to take Bronstein. Man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get one last prop for you guys to get in. I don't want you to miss the rest of them, though, you know? So... Clint Capella points and assists. Let's see. Probably not a great prop if it's all the way down here. I don't know. I'll look at that in a second. But yeah, I guess Karl-Anthony Towns is a decent prop for under fantasy points. Obviously, you got all those guys right there at the top. This is frustrating, dude. I'm waiting for one more prop to help, you know, get the rest of these in. Which, by the way, is this even still all here? Is it all on the other 5? Taylor got bumped a whole rush attempt. Take that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these other 5 are here. So we're waiting on one prop still. Let's see. Booker. Trying to see if there's anything that we like haven't even looked at yet. I'm sure that some of these lines may adjust throughout the day or like switch up and change, but in most of these we've already looked at. We've already determined that they are not fit for our Flex Friday. No, this isn't another slip. This is the same 5 that was in the Flex Friday, but Jonathan Taylor already bumped, so trying to find a replacement, and we may have just found it. You know what? I would take this. Take OG Anunoby under 4.5 rebounds. That's the replacement. OG under 4.5 rebounds if you need replacement still. I would take that. That's good. That's a solid prop. Everyone got that? Those 6 right there. Why are so many people doing 5 people slips for their Flex Friday? I don't know. It's preference. It's all preference. I prefer to do 6 legs because it's more profitable over time. Let me see what the rebounds are for him on Pinnacle, if they have one. Raptors Kings. Oh, they don't even have a lineup for him yet. I did a 5 since Saquon got bumped. We did not have Saquon. We had Jonathan Taylor. But I assume that's who you're probably talking about. Yeah, he did get bumped. So yeah, thumbs up in chat. Everyone got this in. The 5 original players, and then OG under 4.5 rebounds if you need it. Drop a thumbs up if you have it already. And once everyone has that in, we can look at some more correlation slips. Oh, he's a Nick. Oh my gosh, I forgot this, dude. I did the same thing the other day with I think it was Quickly. I was looking for him on the Knicks. Let's see. OG. Does he have a lineup? Oh. He doesn't have a rebounds lineup. That's weird. Not on Pinnacle, at least. That threw me up. Threw me off. He's a Knick. A New York Knick. Trying to catch me slipping, bro. What are we talking about? Come on. What are we doing, Hector? All right, yeah, that's a solid slip. So make sure you guys get that in. Everything's already posted. We really going against each other today? I got OG over boards and CJ over RA. That's fine. I mean, I don't know what your thought process is behind it. There's nothing wrong with how I'm doing it. So we just may have gotten value at different times, or you may be, I'm not going to like call out your research process, but I hope you're not just like looking at last 5 games or matchups, because I promise you the sports books take all that into consideration. So yeah. Scare me for a second. All right, there's no value on underdog. Parlay play, we already got in a really good slip. This is a really nice slip. So yeah, I'm glad we got that value in. Better, I've been primarily using just for like correlation stuff. Jock Market has decent bit of value. I'll probably get those slips in off stream just because I know a lot of you guys don't have Jock. And then Sleeper never has any value anymore because they like to be like Fliff and just have extra juice on their props for no reason. Let's check out correlation, see what else there is that we missed. Got everything in for Prize Picks already. You said later stream will be later, right? Yes. It won't be at 7 or like around there. It'll probably be closer to 10. But you can expect me to be live later. So keep that in mind. What do we have for underdog already? We have just 2 games. So we can get in some more. I don't even know if I want to play this. Like 79 is super low. Super low. Later than usual, yeah. Jared Allen? What about Jared Allen? I'm not even gonna play this Texans cold slip. We have it on like 3 other platforms, so. And then we have the Cowboys slip in already, and we have the Bills slip in. This is also really low. I probably won't play that. The Bears Packers. But we can get in the Washington slip. This won't be tracked, but Jared Allen rebounds and assists. Let me take a look for you. Let me take a look. Jared Allen. Rebounds and assists. What? Does he not have a rebounds and assist prop? On what platform? I'm not even seeing that on Prize Picks. I'll come back to that. All right, let's get the Washington slip in. So we'll go down to college football. Take Penix over 2 passing. Oh, just kidding. That's probably why we haven't gotten it in. This hasn't updated yet because there's no 2 passing touchdowns to take for Penix. All right. All right, let's go over to Better and see what we have and what we don't. So there's only 5 slips here. I actually think we might have most of these in, if not all of them. I'll check though. I will check. All right, so we have in the Hurricanes Capitals game We have Texans, Colts, we have Falcons, and Saints. So 2 other ones here that we have not gotten in yet. We can go ahead and get those in. This is an 82.97 correlation score, so this won't be tracked. You can definitely tail it if you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in on my phone, and then I'll post it to Discord and then pull it up on the screen for you guys to see. So this is for Chicago and Green Bay. And this is opposite of what we've done before. So this is going to be the unders on passing yards and then unders on receiving as well. Under receiving yards, and then over rushing yards on Khalil Herbert and Aaron Jones. This is a 20x entry. I do half a unit to win 10 units. Get this screenshotted and cropped, and then post it in the Discord for you guys. TGF 151.12%, 82.97. Cool. All right. Let me pull this up on stream for you guys. Open in browser. This is the slip right here. Drop Falcons and Saints, please. We already have gone over Falcons and Saints. That was on yesterday's stream, or it may have been 2 streams ago. Those are in the Discord though, where you can go back and look at the streams. So yeah, we'll go over to Buffalo, Miami. Get this in. 88.90 on the correlation score, so that's a pretty solid correlated slip. This will be the Sunday Night Football. Josh Allen over passing yards. Take Tua over passing touchdowns. We got some overs on receiving yards for Diggs and is it Shakir? I feel like I'm so bad with pronunciation on some of these guys. And then similar to our Flex Friday slip, we will have Gabe Davis over 2.5 receptions. So same concept. Half a unit to win 10. Get this posted as well. I hope everybody already has the Green Bay and Chicago slip in. About to pull up the one to our right here. Or better. All right, and then we'll have this. Such a dope graphic for your recap. Okay, I did say it right. Yeah, no, shout out to Jake, graphics man. He made this, he made the thumbnail. He's gonna be doing all my graphics, so shout out to Jake. Dude's real good with the graphics. All right, I think we touched on all the correlation slips for now. Like I mentioned earlier, or I may have said it yesterday, today's Friday. We have slips for Saturday games already, but Sunday's right around the corner, and we have a ton of games then. So tomorrow's stream will probably, it may even be tonight's stream, but we'll have a ton of correlation slips to go over. So stay tuned for that. I'll do one last run through with the optimizer, and then we can probably end the stream, and I'll probably see you guys later, hopefully. Take one last look though. We already got prize picks value. Underdog's still pretty dry at the moment. Parlay play as well. I'm gonna do some Jock Market slips off stream, so make sure you're in the Dub Club. And yeah, so I think we'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. What were your favorites from the protected slip? I can't remember value wise. I want to say it was CJ McCollum. That was probably the best. Yeah, I think McCollum was probably the best. And then after that, it may have been Gabe Davis or Gobert. But Yeah, make sure you guys drop a like, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, turn on notifications to make sure you are notified whenever I go live again. If you haven't already tried the Dove Club, make sure you go in chat and click on the pinned link. That's a free 7-day trial. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll be live later tonight, so stay tuned for that. I'll have a Twitter post up. I'll make a post in the Discord. So yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm glad we got our Flex Friday slip in, and I will see you later tonight.